Hello friends from tutorial.com. Today now I'm going to discuss over the MO call during the data session. MO call during the data session. In last video tutorial have discussed over the MO call during the idle mode, and we have also discussed over the empty call during the idle mode and connected mode. Now today we are going to discuss over the MO call during the data session. When in LTE is attached to the LTE network, a packet session is ongoing. On that time you is trying to do the MO call. So what happens at that time when PS session or data session is ongoing? So how CS fallback will happen? So first already have discussed on CS fallback overview. CS fallback means when the UE need to make or receive a call, it is moved to a older 3GPP technology, 2G or 3G. This mechanism is used if the IMS network is not available. Yeah, you is not able to do a VoLTE for the some reason, like due to the registration fail, IMS registration fail, you is not able to do the VoLTE call, so then it's a fallback to the legacy network. So this is the basic understanding of the CS fallback, and so now we will see here in call flow what happened. You is already attached to the LTE network. You is already attached to the LTE network and data session is ongoing, and data session is ongoing. Data session is already ongoing. So actually during the UE is attached and data session is already ongoing. At that time when UE is going to the do the MO call, so what will happen? So suppose that UE is here and UE is attached to the LTE network and data session is ongoing. At that time trigger ATD command. ATD command is for the dial the call. So ATD some number, whatever number, 92385 something number is dialed. Service user start a CS call using the AT command. AT command is used and dial the call. So what happen in next step, that you send the extended service request message with CS fallback indicator. It contain CS fallback indicator, and CS fallback indicator in extended service request message, it will perform the CS fallback. So this extended service request message sent to the MME in UL information transfer message. So MME read the extended service request message and read the CS fallback indicator. Cause of the extended service request message is CS fallback indicator, and after receiving the extended service request message from the UE, MME send the UE context modification message. UE context modification message, which contains some specific, some important message, is CS fallback indicator is important element. CS fallback indicator is attached with the UE context modification request message. And also one important message is SRVCC, but here SRVCC is not happening. Suppose that UE is in VoLTE call, and at that time UE is moving from the LTE legacy network, far from the LTE legacy network. At that time MME send the EU context modification request message with SRVCC indication, but here SRVCC indication will not send because it's going for the CS fallback. That it will send the CS fallback indicator message in EU context modification request message. And also some important parameter in EU context modification is ERAP ID, ERAP setup information related message, external ID information, and these all the important information messages sent in EU context modification request message. After that, node we send the response message to the MME and send the response message. After that, what happened? UE and node B eNodeB, when you receive the EU context modification message and read this extended service modification request message for the CS fallback, then it send RRC connection release message. In RRC connection release message, there is some important message is redirect to UMTS. You can say the RWR, redirect with redirection to the UMTS network. UMTS URFCN is also in RRC connection release. It's mentioned there, URFCN number. And when UE receive the RRC connection release message from the eNodeB, so UE will release the RRC connection release message, and it's try to come to the MSC UMTS network with this ARFCN. And after camp to this ARFCN, now UE will start the PLMN search and read the SIV information of UARFCN of 10838 primary schematic code. This thing will be read in after camping to the MSC network, and after read the PLMN search system information. After a purpose of PLMN search system information, read the SIV1, SIV6, SIV20, SIV90. These all the SIV19 SIV information is read in the UMTS network. And after reading this information, you start the same service request message sent to the eNodeB to attach to the UMTS network, and it send the same service request message for the CS call. After that, here RRC connection request is established here. RRC connection request setup complete. These all the procedure will be complete here. After that, routing area update is happened, and authentication and security setup, RAP setup, voice call processing, connect acknowledgement. These all the process of the these all are the step of the call processing in UMTS network. And the routing area update is for the PS call. Suppose that actually already I told that PS call data session is already ongoing in LT network. At that time when UE moving to the UMTS network, so two things is possible here. UE will suspend the PS data and it will move to the UMTS network, and when it will come back to the LT network, that data will be resumed. Second thing will happen, UE will go for the handover to the UMTS network, and all the RAB and all the information will be also transferred to the UMTS network, and data will be started. Data will be ongoing, and data will be start in UMTS network. So two possibilities there. So but in some cases the data is suspended for some time, and it will resume after when UE will come back to the LT network. So this is the process. This here I am discussing when UE is suspended the data for the some time and go to the UMTS network, and after CS fallback, after call, when call is completed, then it's come back to the LT network, and data will be resumed. So this is the call follow CM routing area authentication setup, RAB setup. All the RAB setup will be happen for the voice call, and call processing will have connect acknowledgement, routing area update for the PS call. And after this all the things, CS plus PS call, when CS plus PS call is established in 3G network, then it's then ATH command is triggered. After that ATH command is triggered. ATH is for the disconnect the originating voice call. So when it's triggering the ATH command, then it's disconnecting the voice call, and it's come in idle mode for the some time, and it's read the SIV90 information which contain the information about the LT network, and after that it's reselect to the LT network. Its reselection is happening in LT network, and there is tracking area update and location area update, TALA updating will be happen in LT network. So this is the call flow of the MO call during the data session. So please comment if you have any query. Please comment below of this video.